Hey there, in this video I'm going to be talking about how to fix this problem. So when you have your architecture visual project, you don't have a character, you are just having this flying pawn, which is not ideal for us. So let's go ahead and fix that. First things first, if you have created the project with the first person character or third person character, that's going to be different for you. This is specifically about adding a pawn or a character to our project. So to fix this problem, we're going to be having to go ahead in the content drawer and add feature or content pack, and then you can go ahead and choose first person character. That's going to be really easy. You can just go ahead and hidden the main mesh and the guns mesh in the game, and everything's gonna be good to go. But I'd like a little bit of camera movement, so I'd always like to go ahead with the third person character. So let's go ahead and fix that. Uh, Select the third person character and click add to project. It's gonna add the third person characters all the assets to the project, so there's nothing else you have to do in this regard. The next step would be go to the project settings. If you don't have a project settings, come in here in Windows, world settings, and then you should be selecting this one, and then you're gonna be having a world settings. In the game mode override, if you don't have a game mode, then you have to go ahead and create a game mode. If you don't want to use the first person or third person character, and if you want to create your own character, you have to create a game mode as well. I'm not going to be talking about that, but these are just some keywords for you to Google search. You have to create a game mode, you have to create a character from scratch, and you have to create an NMBP. I'm not going to go ahead and do it. It's going to be complicated. So BP third person game mode is what we're looking for. After you've done that, you have the default pawn class. Find it in the content drawer, and then you have to do some little things. You'll have a camera and you'll have something called spring arm. We won't be needing any spring arm, so you can just go ahead and select the spring arm and delete it, and then you are going to be left with a follow camera. So if you just drag the follow camera under the mesh, you're going to be having something like this. Then you have to go ahead in the parent socket and type in head. And then you have to fix the position. So to do that, if it's real time, it's going to move a little bit. So go ahead and disable the real time, and then make sure that you have something that's kind of in the middle of the face, or where characters kind of visually see what's in front of them. So this is what I'm pretty happy with it. And in the follow camera, you'll have under camera options, use pawn control rotation must be enabled. So this is the default value, and this is what you have to do, just enable it. And you go into the self, type in yaw, use controller rotation yaw. This is the default value, and this is what you need to have it. So make sure that use controller rotation yaw is enabled by default. And after that, what we have to do is the character is not going to be running around in a house in an architecture visualization project, because the map's not like a complete big landscape. So make sure you go ahead in the character movement and character movement walking, and you have something called max walk speed. Its default value is 500. I went ahead and changed the value to 150. So make sure you go ahead and do that. And if it's still too much, you can go ahead and do something like 100. The next thing I'd like to always do is to make sure that the character is hidden in game. So if you come in here on the rendering tab, you have an option called hidden in game. So in this game, the character is visible, but it's not visible in game, which is what we want. So if you play the game now, you don't see any character, which is great in our case, and the character is moving around. They can't fly, and they can collide with objects. Sometimes they don't really collide well with objects, but this is some problem with for another video for us to solve. And that's pretty much it. And if you pay close attention, there's a little bit of head movement, which is something we'd like to have. Okay. And this is pretty much everything I wanted to explain at the moment. And if this video was helpful, please hit that like button and have a great day. Bye.